Journal of Unexplained Happenstance. While Commander Field's computer code continues working on finding a way home, we've decided to take a look around. I am taking a carefully selected team to explore an area that shows signs of human occupation. You're certain, Fields, there's nothing further to be done?
Not for another 6 hours until the computer finishes its current run. The problem's just too complicated for me to be able to do much without a good computer model.
Well, it's good to have you along, then.
Captain.
Yes, crewman.
Why am I on this expedition?
You were the best qualified crew member.
What about the other members of the bridge crew?
Kat and Paul are working on another special project for me.
So I, previously unknown crewman, am selected to accompany you and Commander Fields on this potentially dangerous mission.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Don't you think I've seen all those old space operas? It's always the new guy who gets killed while saving the major characters.
Listen, you'll die to protect us because that's what two-bit extras do. Now, I don't want to hear another word about it.
They didn't even give me a name.
Quiet.
The drive seems to have functioned perfectly. We haven't found the Mirage yet, but we believe she'll be in orbit around a habitable planet that's a little further in system.
Marvelous. Take it slow and make sure. I don't want them getting away.
We're approaching in maximum stealth. They'll never know what hit them.
Very good. Inform me when you have something further to report. Murrow out.
Enter.
We picked up some radio chatter. It looks like the Mirage is definitely there and in orbit around that planet.
Fantastic. What are they up to?
It appears that the captain and a small team are shuttling down to the planet.
This will be like taking candy from a baby. What's our ETA?
The computer's minimum observable path calculations takes about 12 hours to reach orbit approach.
That'll be fine. They're obviously not in a hurry to get anywhere.
Oh my, what a beautiful planet! Very much what I imagined a Hollywood backlot was like back on old Earth.
Yeah, nice indeed. And this field was perfect to land in. Just a short hike and we'll be able to approach the settlement unnoticed.
Greetings, travelers.
So much for the stealthy plan.
I'm Richard, leader of the new Cambridge Township. We've come to extend our welcome.
Hi, I'm Captain Janet Vanderdecken of the TSE Mirage, and this is my first officer, Commander Brian Fields.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander. It's a fascinating ship you came in. Did you travel all the way from Earth in this?
This is just an atmospheric shuttle. Would you like to have a look inside? Richard. Mayor? Chief!
I'm sorry, Captain. We're not fond of titles here. Our settlements are small enough that we know each other by name.
Okay, is anything wrong?
Wrong? No. What makes you say that? It's just Amelia. She suggested that we bring you into town after your long voyage. We're all eager to hear news of Earth.
That would be wonderful. Let us grab some gear, and we'll be right with you.
As you say.
There's something wrong here.
Perhaps. You two grab the field packs, and be sure to conceal your sidearms in an easily accessible side pocket.
Right.
We can stay in touch with the Mirage through the pocket pumps.
Very good.
We'll just lock up the shuttle.
to hear news of Earth.
You haven't heard.
As you can see, we've decided to give up the high-tech nightmare and return to a more natural way of living.
Actually, Captain, by my calculations, there's no reason they should have heard. The news hasn't had time to get here yet.
What news?
The Earth is gone, destroyed, blown up. I thought everyone knew that.
What happened?
Perhaps we should discuss all of this later, in private.
Well, we're all very open here, but Amelia has reminded me that it's late, and you should get some sleep. I'll show you to a hut and have some food brought, and we can talk more in the morning. You've already given us much to ponder.
Computer, lights. Come in.
Captain, we're approaching the planet. What are your instructions?
Calculate a course to overtake the Mirage from behind. We'll sneak up and blow her out of the sky.
Sir?
You have a better idea, Commander?
If I may, sir.
Certainly. You know I encourage free thinking among my crew.
Captain is down on the planet in a shuttle.
Shuttle? Where did Janet get a shuttle?
I don't know, sir. If I had to speculate, I'd say...
Never mind. It's not important. What's your proposal?
Ah, yes, right. I think it would be better to sneak up on the shuttle while it is on the ground.
What would that accomplish?
If we capture the captain, we stand a much better chance of capturing the Mirage.
Your suggestion may have merit.
Radio transmissions indicate that her first officer is also down on the planet.
She's a fool. We'll be able to capture both of them before whatever junior officer she's left on the bridge even notices us. And once we've captured her, the Mirage won't be anything tricky.
Exactly.
See to it. How long will it take?
We're approaching orbit. The computer has calculated a course that will allow us to enter the atmosphere and approach the shuttle with a minimal chance of detection by the Mirage.
I'd probably sleep at the wheel anyway. After all, what could happen to them way out here?
True. We'll hit the shuttle shortly after dawn local time. That's about 8 hours from now.
My watch starts shortly before that.
Exactly, sir. I thought you'd like to have the con for the attack.
You know me too well, Colonel. Very good. Well done. You're dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Computer, dim lights. After all, I do like to be well rested before I kill.
They're really out of touch here.
They did say they'd rejected much of Earth's technology.
Yeah, and we're somewhat farther from Earth than the Paradisio system is. So the news of Earth's destruction wouldn't have had time to reach here yet.
But we're here. How can that be?
I haven't made a general announcement to the crew yet. But it looks like the inversion drive, well, accidentally turns out to be a faster-than-light drive system.
FDL? I thought that was all old space opera garbage with hyperspace and wolf drive.
Well, we're here, aren't we? Brian, have you got any results from those tests yet?
Yes, it's pretty much as I expected.
Yes.
The result is no result.
What?
We were trying to find a correlation between the inversion drive settings and where we ended up.
I see.
Well, there are just too many variables. We tried some simple solutions, but it just didn't work.
So it's hopeless. We're stranded.
No, probably not. At least not forever.
Huh?
Well, what we need is more data. Every time we use the inversion drive, we learn something new about how it works. Eventually, we may know enough to get us back home.
And until then, we're stuck.
Well, there is one other idea, but it requires us to find another ship and follow it home.
That's real likely. They probably think the drive destroyed us. They'll spend years trying to figure out what went wrong before they try again, and by then they'll have fixed whatever they thought went wrong. And they'll never know what they had in the first place.
True. And besides, even if they do know what happened to us, you think they're going to come get us?
Not if I know Murrow. We're on our own on this one, kiddies.
Well, I suggest we table this for the moment. I'll come up with some sort of test program with my team when we get back.
Very good. Our more immediate problem is what to do with these people.
They're really odd. All that staring off into space is spooky.
I noticed that too. And every time he did it, he changes his mind and tries to distract us from whatever it is we've been talking about.
Strange indeed. And who is Amelia? And what is that metal obelisk for? I thought they got rid of all their old Earth technology.
You know,
What?
it's like they're being mind controlled.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Amelia is really the sentient computer that's controlling the civilization.
And the obelisk is how it controls their minds.
We've got to save them.
Agreed. They've got a right to control their own destiny. I can boost the power on our sidearms until they can cut through that obelisk.
Good, get on it. How long do you think it'll take?
Well, the setup will only take a few minutes, but the charging will take all night.
Why so long?
Well, you don't see any power taps around here, do you? We're going to have to funnel power from the shuttle through the pocket comps, and they're just not built for high-volume power transfer.
I see. Well, we might as well get some sleep. Brian, you can take the first watch since you've got work to do anyway.
Right.
You can wake the crewmen for the second watch, and he can wake me for the third.
Report.
We're set for re-entry. The flight plan calls for a quick re-entry while we're out of sight of both the ships. Then we'll make a high-speed dash at low altitude to the shuttle.
Excellent. Any sign of detection?
None yet. We've been operating in maximum stealth, and nearly the whole approach will be completely out of their sensor range.
Better and better.
Yes, we're lucky. Of course, we have to turn off all the electronic signature repressors during re-entry. If they were nearby, we'd suddenly become very obvious.
Why do we have to turn them off?
Well, in this case, we don't need them. But the real reason is that re-entry takes a lot of power to manage correctly, particularly in a ship that's only marginally rated for atmospheric operation.
Proceed.
No sign of activity yet. Let's hit the obelisk now.
Just around the tree there.
If we are real quiet and quick, perhaps we can get back to the cabin before they awake.
Are you kidding? It's going to take more than a few seconds to burn through that thing, and you can bet it'll be noisy.
It'll be okay. They'll thank us later. Trust me.
Set for level 5 discharge.
On my mark.
Hold!